I would like to thank the organizers of Traffic Infratech Expo for giving me this opportunity. In my brief presentation, I am just covering the ITS and its components, different functional systems of ITS, and I would like to give some examples of urban traffic by using these ITS components. And finally, I'll be briefly touch upon electronic toll collection, our planning for implementing ETC in India, its broad architecture, and the technology part. We have been talking about ITS, Intelligent Transportation System. Basically, it uses the information and communication technologies in transportation sector to improve mobility, increasing transport safety, minimize congestion, and reducing environmental impacts. See, basically, ITS, this system use different senses, the set of senses. This may be loop, treadles, piezoelectric sensors. All these are. This identify the vehicles. It may classify the vehicle and pass the information from the vehicle to the outside world using roadside equipments. There may be some in-vehicle control systems. From there, information can be passed on to the outside world. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication, vehicle-to-outside systems, infrastructure. All these can be implemented using these kind of sensors. For example, this wireless communication is generally used for electronic toll collection from the onboard units to the outside antenna. This information can be exchanged. See how this ITS is used in our day-to-day transportation. There may be some example. I'm just giving some examples in this case. For example, vehicle-to-vehicle communication. There is a distance warning system. Once the vehicle is coming very close, the inside in-vehicle control systems can trigger this sensors and pass that information to the vehicles near to that. So that will avoid this kind of accident or in unwanted situation. Even in this drowsy or non-attentive driver or drunken driving, this by giving this pattern of that steering, that in-vehicle control systems sense these patterns, and that control systems trigger this kind of sensing and pass on that information to the outside world. I'm just giving some urban traffic, how these ITS systems can be used from vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to outside roadside infrastructure. See, without any ITS systems, so this is a scenario you can find. This some of the examples of sensing the vehicle. Once it is approaching that intersections, these vehicles are sensed using DSRC or any other wireless communication systems. So this information can be passed on to that control center or that traffic management centers. And this kind of information can also be flashed inside the vehicle by using the ITS systems. And this either inside the vehicle or on that variable message signs or the traffic signals, this information can be flashed. And this is generally vehicle-to-vehicle applications. If they're in that communication zone, this information can be passed on to the adjacent vehicle. For example, any vehicle is coming from the rear side, there may be certain vehicles in the front or the left or the right side in the intersections. So this may avoid some kind of accidents and other unwanted incidents. and certain information can also be passed on to the vehicles nearing any the work in progress zone automatically, or that wireless communication. Is another way of giving this kind of uh, warning signals when the way a road is blocked by a falling tree or any accidents. This approaching vehicle can be flashed that information by the vehicle just standing behind that vehicle. And this is another way of giving signals information about these are certain information, wireless information can be passed on to that. This is basically is generally used in urban traffic. So you can use ITS application for a lot of this kind of applications here. This vehicle to vehicle applications. So these are certain functional systems of ITS. Out of this, this advanced traffic management system, electronic toll collections, and advanced traffic information systems, this is basically inside the vehicle, plus outside on variable message signs, and in-vehicle control systems, and commercial vehicle operation, advanced fleet management. These are the different functional components of ITS. Out of this, I'm just going to touch upon this electronic toll collections, which we are going to implement in India. See, electronic toll collection is the collection of toll electronically by using vehicle to roadside communication technologies, and the transaction happens automatically between that toll collection agency and the vehicle having that on board in it. This is the kind of vehicle. The once it approaches that toll lane, the antenna senses that tag, the unique number of the vehicle, which is stored inside that tag or the onboard in it. That information will be passed on to the database, local database. Then after that, it will be sent to the central location, and there that reconciliation of financial transaction takes place. This is the broad architecture, how that between different toll plazas and the central clearinghouse. This communication could be from the leased line, or maybe the latest technologies like 3G, WiMAX, or VSAT communication technologies. See, in India, presently we have channelized toll collection systems where we have toll plazas where vehicles, they have to stop there and pay cash and proceed further. So in this scenario, we have to dedicate certain lanes for, especially for electronic toll collection. In Europe and in North American countries, we have free flow tolling, where they will not be having any kind of toll plaza. These vehicles are passing through that gantries, where they have that sensors and cameras for enforcement. So India, we are not geared up for that kind of thing right now. But we have to start from the toll plaza environment only by dedicating certain number of lanes, especially for electronic toll collection. And subsequently, slowly we can migrate to that kind of free-flowing systems after 4 or 5. So this is this broad national architecture, how that electronic toll collection takes place. The bottom, you can find all different toll plazas operated by different agencies. It could be BOT or NHI public funded projects. This information is passed on to that, the central clearinghouse, the back office operations. And from that information is fetched to the banks, the respective banks, for end of the day reconciliation. Then this information could be shared between the road users through the internet. So through web applications, he can access his account and he can top up his accounts, he can get the details about his transactions, and through point of sales, he can top up or he can buy the tags he can get the host of other applications using this kind of things. These are some of the benefits of using ETC. Of course, it's reduced travel time, then fuel savings, transparency in toll transactions, better audit control, less operating cost for toll operators. Presently, we have this major four kind of ETC technologies being used world over. The first one is dedicated short-range communication. Under that, we have three categories. This 5.8 gigahertz microwave passive. Most of the European countries, they are using this kind of thing, CEN 278 standard. And the second one is 5.8 gigahertz microwave, is presently being used in Japan. And the third one is communication air interface, long and medium. This kind of ETC technology is being used in Malaysia and Taiwan. And the second one is radio frequency identification tags. Most of the states in USA, Mexico, Chile, Argentina, and Dubai, this kind of ETC technology is being used. And GNSS, Global Navigation Satellite System, and communication network using mobile GSM is presently used in Autobahn, Germany, for commercial vehicle tolling. And the last one, this vehicle identification system using number plates, ANPR, automatic number plate recognition systems, is presently used in London road pricing. So out of this, India has now finally adopted this second one, radio frequency identification. A committee was set up under the chairmanship of Mr. Nandan Nilekani, the chairman of UIDI. And finally, that committee has recommended implementation of RFID systems in India. That I'm just giving separately. See why this kind of thing is unique for India, because already we have the highways are being expanded, and fortunately we don't have any legacy systems like in China and other countries. They have different stage, but statewide they have already some different kind of systems. So bringing that kind of interoperable, unified common systems as a nationwide systems is really challenging. It's very complex. Fortunately, we don't have that kind of systems in India, except two locations, Delhi, Gurgaon, and Bangalore Electronic City Highway. We have these ETCs being used, but that definitely we can migrate to this kind of RFID things easily without having much problem there. Then this is the proven technologies already exist, already I have briefed that. And Indian experience with other national schemes like mobile. See, it's kind of, I'm giving the analogy why mobile systems and ETC is similar. And this is the objectives we have kept in mind. This scalable should be that technology, whatever technology we select should be scalable and should be cost effective. See, end of the day, we may that as a implementing agency, the ministry or the NHAI can spend lots of money on that, but end of the day, that for the road user, it should be cost effective, and it should encourage him to buy that tag if it is less than 100 rupees or approximately 100, the 50 to 100 rupees, then it will encourage him to buy that tag. Then it's a reliable, simple, and it's forward-looking and modern technology, of course. So these are different phases we would like to implement in that prepaid concept. So the user has to deposit some kind of amount and get this tag, and the central clearinghouse concept should be there to have that interoperable systems in a nationwide architecture. And when vehicle is moving through the toll plaza, the vehicle is identified using that RFID tag with that unique number. So that unique number is common throughout India, and that number is stored in the backend database of that central clearinghouse. And reconciliation takes place end of the shift or the end of the day using the bank. See, road users can buy a top-up tax at a wide network designated locations of NHAI or the ministry. Then we can use debit or credit card accounts to for topping up or buying this tax. And this information is available through web, email, or SMS. And this kind of vehicle identification using RFID, this can also be used for a host of other applications like urban parking, then vehicle tracking, enforcement, stolen vehicle can be tracked. See, all this other application can also be thought about. See, as I indicated earlier, this why it's similar to this mobile. This kind of tags are similar to the SIM. So again, this is identifying the unique number of a vehicle. This again is similar to the mobile. Then when vehicle is passing through the toll plaza, it identifies the number. Like we are making a call, this is a similar thing that's get identified at the toll plaza, and that corresponding amount is deducted from that account. It's this is the nationwide interoperability. Replacement and top-up can be done using this different modes: internet banking, credit, debit card, mobile banking, interactive voice response systems, and point-of-sale systems. And customers can also give that standing instruction in the bank for this topping up or buying new card tags. These are the different solution components. So using software, we can have this kind of fraud and risk management. And every time the vehicle is identified at the toll plaza, this SMS, using SMS, this information can be passed on to the road user to have that double checking whether the proper vehicle has been identified and the amount has been deducted from that account. As I indicated, that expert committee headed by Sri Nandan Nilekani, Chairman UIDAI, is recommended adopting RFID based on EPC Gen 2 ISO 18006C standards for electronic toll collection. Presently, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is working on engaging a consultant for this TOR. This is the scope of consultancy services. The consultant will initially prepare kind of broad architecture, how to use that interoperable electronic toll collection system in India, and prepare blueprint guidelines for this implementation, and project supervision. And third one is the technical, it's a kind of hand-holding for minimum period of 3 years, so that the proper implementation is taken place without much problem. Thank you.
Handling the false registered fraud.